Hey guys, my name's Steve, and in this video I'm going to walk you through every step of getting your WordPress website up and running with SiteGround. And I'm going to leave no stone unturned. Everything will be covered in detail so you know that you're doing it properly. And before we get into it, just remember this is part of my full tutorial course on this topic that you can watch, and there's a link in the description as well as at the end of the video, so make sure you go and watch that after watching this. And if you learned something from this video, remember to give us a like and a subscribe so more people will see it and I can help more people like you. And with that said, let's jump into it right now. And so we're in a new Google window, and we're just going to go to stevebeal.com/SiteGround. And then that will take us through to the SiteGround website web hosting page. Fantastic. Here we are. So the first thing we're going to do, if you see this, is click accept cookies, because you have to, and then scroll down. Now we've got three options here. There's always a little bit of confusion when you first see these, but don't worry. This one is right for you if you're just going to have one website. This one I'd recommend though, and it does say bestseller, because you can have unlimited websites and up to 20 gigabyte web space. Be nice to have that problem of worrying about 25,000 visits monthly, but if we're starting out, no bother. And Go Geek, you know, if you're going to be a web developer, go for that one. But for most people, I'd recommend this, just in case your first one doesn't take off. So if we press get plan, and before I do, actually I should say the prices here are in pounds, so it's about 30% more for a US dollar, so maybe about $10 that one. Actually, yeah, they're cheaper in the US. You might also get a flash sale if you're lucky, so if you see that, definitely jump on it, because there was one the other day and I missed it. So if you see a reduced rate, you're golden. So press get plan, and this is where we have to buy our domain as well. So a domain is obviously essential for having your website. It's nice and easy though. We just have to enter it in here. Now if we, think about something like youtube.com, okay, if I press proceed, you're going to see, unfortunately, that one is not available. I think we all know why. But when you're choosing your domain, make sure it's something that you're going to use and it's something that represents your brand as well. So let's put my domain that I want. Let's try Steve's WP blog. And I want to go over to .com again, because I'm in the UK, it defaults to .co.uk. Now I can't put WordPress because that's a trademark violation, so just be careful with any domains you do buy, because that could come back to haunt you later on. Okay, so if I do that and then press proceed, okay, we're into the next stage now. Just review and complete, and you can see it's confirmed, steveswpblog.com. Now, if you're a returning user, you can log in here, but otherwise you need to complete this form and payment information as well. So I'm going to go through some of it. Oh, hang on. Okay, so they're offering me a flash deal here. I'll get that discount. Great. And if again I scroll back down, you'll see your country defaulted to here, and also you will see the data center will be your local area. Okay, so the Grow Big plan I've chosen, you might see various ones. Your nearest one, it might not be your country. If you're, I've seen in Southeast Asia, sometimes it shows, let's say Singapore, if you're in somewhere like Thailand or Indonesia. But don't worry about that, that's all default, and 12 months is definitely the best deal, okay, because you can do 1 month, but then the prices skyrocket, and then 24 months and 36 is quite a lot of money to front up. So I'd always recommend going to 12 because you get the discounts. And in terms of these extra services, domain registration is buying the domain, that's fine. I would recommend domain privacy as well, because I've skipped this in the past and I've actually had like spam emails from people, because they can actually find out your personal information. So they can look up your website's domain and then get your email because it's on a public registry somewhere. So I would recommend that's worth paying the extra so you don't get spam and unsolicited messages. And in this case, I wouldn't bother with SiteGround Site Scanner. I don't think it's worth it. I've not used it personally, and I just think it's more for when your site's getting big. So no worries on that front for now. And then down the bottom, you'll see the prices, and also you've got the added tax, etc. So in this case, for me, it's £154, probably around, something like 170, 180 US dollars at the moment. And you can confirm once you've read the terms of service and privacy policy, which you can see in a pop-out window. Just make sure you do read these, because obviously, I'm not pretending you're reading that, but you've got to make sure you're happy with all of them. Privacy policy there as well. Okay, and I wouldn't check that personally. All right, so that's how it all is. And I would say, SiteGround is not actually the cheapest web hosting on the internet. Bluehost and HostGator you will find are cheaper, but I can speak from experience. I could not stand Bluehost. I had so many issues. It got to the point where I just thought, no, I've got to pay for something that bit more. And HostGator, I tried it. I took some kind of free trial or something a while back. I can't even remember. It was horrendous. It was so confusing. And again, it was so cheap, but it just didn't work for me at all. So I've come to SiteGround. For me, the price is absolutely fine, because you get what you pay for. So that's what I'll say to you as well. Save yourself the pain of those cheaper, less efficient and poorer quality web hosting services. So I'm going to fill the details above in a flash, and I'm going to pause as I do that. And actually, as I was doing this, I thought it'd be helpful to show you that I'm putting in my client information here, as you can see, but just note that the company and the VAT tax ID, you don't actually have to do them. So I'm going to leave them blank for me, but you do have to give things like your zip code, which for UK, any of you watching the UK, postcode is absolutely fine as well for that, and your phone number. So do give that, because it's all about that account creation and is not optional. So make sure you give the right one as well. Again, I'm going to just pause as I scroll down. Okay, so I've completed all my details, and now simply we just press Pay Now. And you will come through then to this success page, which is brilliant. So from here, let's proceed to the customer area. Okay, so now we're going to just log in with the username or email we've just created. So hopefully you saved that. I use LastPass Chrome extension, which is great for things like that, but hopefully you've got it there, and we'll just log in now. So once you've put your email in, press next. And again, your password from earlier, see I've got my LastPass thing here, so again I recommend that. And you can choose to stay logged in if you like. So I'll do that for now and press login. And it then takes us through to the My SiteGround section of the site. So again, if you got this cookie notice, just accept that, and we can get started setting up our website. So we're making real progress now. This is awesome. Let's keep going. Okay, brilliant. So now we are in to SiteGround and we're ready to get going. Now, the first thing you see, obviously this big option to set up site here, but if you're seeing this verify your domain, definitely let's do this first, okay? And check your email and follow the instructions. So if I press view domain, see it says verification required, okay? So we need to get that done. Now they've sent me an email, so I'm going to open that email and I'll pause as I do that. Okay, so now in my email, I can see verification required. Please verify your domain names as soon as possible. So if I double click and open the email, and if I scroll down, you'll see this text, tells you about the domain and gives you the name. And it also says ICANN requires you verify your new contact information. Again, this is also standard legal stuff with the web. We just got to do it, okay? And you can read about ICANN's new policy here. And once you've done that, then you can click approve. And again, notice SiteGround are telling us, you know, this will be suspended if we don't do it. So we've really got to do it. And if I scroll down, confirm that all the information you've given is correct, and then verify the information. Again, you can read the terms and conditions to be sure, but let's verify for now. And that's it. Your data has been verified. But if you don't do it, your domain will be taken offline within a fortnight or 2 weeks. So make sure you get that done as soon as possible. Don't skip that step. And now that we've done that, let's go back to setting up our WordPress website in SiteGround. Now, something that's really helpful about SiteGround is their support, and they're really responsive, really good. But from this page, it's not that easy to see. So to open a support ticket or to speak to a SiteGround service agent, click the question mark up here. Now you can search for the knowledge base here, but if you go to View Help Center, you might want to bookmark this page. Just press Ctrl and D in your Google Chrome browser or Command and D on an Apple. And here you get lots more tutorials which can walk you through processes. There's the knowledge base, but I'd go to this one, Contact Us. And if you scroll down, then it gives you all the options that you can use to contact. So let's say you've got a question, technical, your site is down, and it takes you through. Okay, so they've already tagged it up here, so make sure you choose the right one. Could be WordPress. Scroll down, and then you can choose your site from the list here, so they know which site we're talking about. And now obviously you might want to give a bit more detail, but if I press submit, okay, they said I'm going to give more detail. Maybe I'll say, let's see if that's enough. And here, then you get the option, you can call them on a free phone number with almost no wait time, and you get a PIN, or you can go to a chat, and it tells you the wait time, and it's recommended 21 minutes. So if I press chat, then I get this to show me that I am waiting. Okay, so please hold to be connected with one of our trained specialists. And I know how long, so I can leave that run in the background and it will ping once it's there. But it's a really great thing with SiteGround. If you get lost or you get stuck with anything, they'll help you and they can fix things, as they've done for me in the past. Happens to all of us, so don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. Yet another great feature of SiteGround. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so let's click on Set Up Site. And we're going to go Start New Website, Install a New Application, and select. And let's scroll down, and we're simply going to press WordPress. And you'll log in. So use an existing email for this here and create a new password, as I'm going to do as I pause the video. And I just used the generate option here in SiteGround, which is quite nice. I've copied that. Remember to keep this somewhere safe as well for your records. And we'll press continue. Okay, we don't need SiteGround Site Scanner. It's not something we really need for now. So let's just finish and continue. And you can see it says it takes less than 2 minutes to complete the website creation. We are flying through this. Let's keep it rolling. Okay, great. You are all set and the website with domain has been set up. Now, we don't need to do this because we've bought our domain with SiteGround. So we're going to click Go to Site Tools, Manage Site now. So once we're in here, we're going to come down to WordPress and click on WordPress and then click Install and Manage. And you see you have these options. Now from here, we can actually log into the admin panel in our WordPress website by clicking on this arrow icon. But we're going to come to that in a moment because there's something we should do first. But just so you know, WordPress has already been installed. We've already done it. It's all good. We just need to click in there to the admin panel. However, I want to show you something first about installing a secure certificate for your website to make it that much better in Google's eyes and for all your users and for yourself. So let's go and do that now before anything else. If you come over here, security, and we go to HTTPS enforce. Now, have you ever seen on websites when they don't have this little padlock icon and it says, in this case, it's secure, which is great. But if it says it's not secure, sometimes it can cause problems. Google doesn't like it. It's really not great. And it tries to block you from getting in. So what we do to avoid that, first of all, click HTTPS enforce, click Get SSL. And you can see information about what that certificate does. Again, really strongly recommended. And simply click Let's Encrypt and Get. Might take a little while. It's been a few seconds. I'm just going to pause again. Okay, and you should see this success message and also that it says status active, which is great. Okay, so let's carry on. So if we again come down, press WordPress, whoops, one click to open, one click to close. Then install and manage. And if we scroll down, we can press login to admin panel because the installation has been done. Should open in a new tab. It'll be loading for a few seconds, and here we are. Okay, another step on the journey. We're getting closer. Let's keep it rolling. So if we scroll down, you can see it's 03 steps. Press start now. And you know, these are all the free themes. We don't need to choose, at least it's chosen the default one for us. Okay, we'll just leave that for now because we're going to keep working with something else shortly. And a point about these free themes, they may look good, but if you start to work with them, they're really, really frustrating. I wouldn't recommend a free theme personally. I've spent hours trying to get them to work, and then you hit a wall and then it asks you to pay. So not only have you had a frustrating time trying to get it to work, but then you hit that wall and it asks you to pay for something which you've been frustrated by. So I just wouldn't bother, and I'll show you what I think is a much better theme as we go through this. So if we continue, again, we don't want any of these. We want to keep our WordPress dashboard or WordPress account free from plugins and extras as wherever possible. So continue again, and again, we don't need any of these. Okay, let's just complete. The moment of truth. Congrats, it's up. So I can go to dashboard, I can view site. And I'm just going to click there for now, and it will open in a new tab. So after I click view site and in the new tab, then I get to see my website. Now at the moment, there's nothing much to see, right? This is just a standard install, but we've got a website. So we're another step along that journey. Awesome stuff. Again, let's keep things rolling. So we're going to go back. And this is actually something really useful to note, that when you're logged into WordPress, you're going to see all this information along the top. So if you want to go back, you can just press My WordPress or hover over and press Dashboard. And there we're back in our WordPress dashboard. Again, you could take the URL, just do your domain name /wp-admin, and then you'll be able to log in as well. So you might want to bookmark that. Okay, so now you've got your WordPress website set up with SiteGround. All the hosting's done, everything's installed. Now, if you want to watch more about dealing with themes and making it look nice and work for you, then definitely check out the full tutorial I've got on this topic. Again, you can see the video on the screen now, and also the link in the description below. So I hope you found that useful. Remember to give us a like and subscribe if you enjoyed and found it valuable. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching, and best of luck on your journey.